You don't make any sense.
And look, the point is this: we're at the dungeon, so let's go.
So, anyways, I'm going to say one thing. If he talks about not having used very much, this is the person who maxed out the clock on Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, we had a podcast about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was about halfway through the first time I played. Anyway, Ocarina of Time is my favorite. In my opinion, the Super Nintendo was the zenith of gaming.
I believe it's pronounced Zenith.
Shut up. You're the nadir of gaming. Of being an idiot.
I am the...
No, you're the zenith of being an idiot.
I'm the apogee.
You're the pits, man.
I'm the apogee software.
Apogee software.
Oh,
anyway,
Black Mesa.
I think
I'm talking about Switzerland. I mean, A Link to the Past here. Listen, A Link to the Past is great. I think there's a hidden thing there.
There is, but I have to kill all the enemies, including that one red dude over there.
That choo-choo.
Anyway,
I love that game to death. I love the storybook feel of it and that style of 16-bit. Nintendo did it the best back in the day.
Still does it the best.
The story was great. The gameplay was great. The characters were great.
They were very great.
The character design was great. Well, I'm not going to use a different adjective. I'm just going to say great. It was great.
But
it was a perfect dream for a kid to play, to be in a fantasy world. It's one of those classics that lives up like The Lord of the Rings or Star Wars. You just want to go into that world and be a part of it. And the other ones are good too. I mean, but they're a little too much, because the great thing about these 16-bit graphics is they allow you to, because they don't show everything, they allow you to use your imagination more. You know, when everything looks like it's supposed to, like it's supposed to be realistic, you know, in my opinion, it doesn't look as good.
when they don't put in...
Because it doesn't have style.
That's why you love your square castle.
Yeah.
The thing about this, about these games, it's the same thing that's going on right now with Android games, and
everything's going back to 16-bit and 8-bit now.
Yeah. Well, it's the thing
part
is
of it's
that
nostalgia.
Well, it's partly nostalgia, but the other part is when you have such a small form factor to make a game out of, you have to concentrate more on actual story than you do on in this case, or in a lot of cases, graphics.
It's like Undertale.
Yeah, which is a game I want to play. The ending's been ruined for me, but by the time I go back and play it, maybe the ending won't be ruined for me.
It's a game that my other niece, Maddie, who we've played with before as well, is completely obsessed with at the moment. So I've heard a lot about Undertale in the past few weeks.
Well, honestly, it's the reason why it's... I mean, I know there's not much story to it, but it's the reason why...
but it has really good writing from what I've seen.
Games are so popular right now. I'm trying to think.
The Milwaukee games?
No, I'm having another brain fart. What the heck is the name?
Candy Crush?
No, the one where you dig and build things and
Minecraft.
Minecraft went back to hey, let's actually make a good game instead of having great graphics.
Well, Minecraft is basically the Legos.
What's an ultimate sandbox?
According to Ivy, Maddie is making my sister, the sister if you will, play Undertale right as we're playing Link's Awakening.
That's awesome.
So there's something that's going on. Also, Sir Watts' favorite Zelda is actually Zelda 2, Adventure of Link.
That's weird, but cool, man.
To each their own.
Good for you.
I actually just about bought that one over this weekend. It was
like liking Super Mario Sunshine, I guess.
Where it's not a bad game, but there are much more obvious choices. That kind of a deal.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm quite going the right way.
Listen, I like Zelda 2, it's just way too hard.
I haven't gotten the map or the compass or anything in this dungeon yet. Yeah, and I bombed the bomb wall from the wrong side.
Ah, that's great.
Have you beaten Horsehead yet?
Poke suspicious parts of the wall with your sword.
Stop it.
Listen to the sounds it makes.
That's exactly what it's saying.
Police quest!
These are the happiest bombs in spring.
Stop it! No, he's talking about himself, but thanks for looking. No, what was the other thing? Shovel Knight, okay?
Oh yeah,
look at Shovel Knight. It takes, like Final Fantasy 1 stuff, DuckTales, Zelda, Mega Man. It takes all the best of the 16-bit era and puts them together, and that's why it was a huge hit. That's why I think he should be in Smash Brothers. I would vote for Shovel Knight. Also because he's a different type character than all the stupid Japanese sword-carrying characters that they have in Smash Brothers right now. So listen to this, Nintendo. If you're gonna block us, at least listen to our video. So there you go.
Great Chang. Put Shovel Knight in a.
Put a dog. Put Bump-em-Off's dogs into Smash Brothers.
That's what we need.
If you're gonna put a dog in Smash Brothers, it needs to be the one from Duck Hunt.
That one's already
in there.
Smash
Is he in there now?
Yes.
Oh, I'm
Been in there for like 2.5 years.
Come on, play I'd show you the new Smash Brothers tonight, but my brother's borrowing my Wii U.
Get on the trolley, Tim.
I need to get So we just moved recently, and our PS3 and our Wii are packed in a box somewhere. We've been looking for like 2 weeks and haven't found it.
Well, you gotta decide what's more important.
These
your
bombs
kids
are creepy. The ones with the smiles. You missed the smiles, though.
I missed them. I was looking down.
So
I am wont to do.
I am behind. I need to get. That's one game I gotta get. But I don't find Smash Brothers that much fun if you don't have other people over to play with.
One thing I want to do on this stream, actually, if I ever get a capture card, is do a Smash Brothers tournament with everyone who's ever been on this stream.
That'd be great.
So,
I would lose terribly.
So which would be you know, me and the Doodler, obviously, and Tim, and then also my sister and her 2 kids, and trying to think of who else has been on this stream.
Everyone else.
Dan Rock,
Randy and Lucy.
those are them. I'm not even going to kill those penguins because screw them all.
Put a bomb down where they keep respawning.
I could have, but I didn't. Now I will regret it forever. You guys have missed a lot of this dungeon. It's got goofy bombs that
I've been looking at them, kind of.
I'm laughing at it.
We've been talking too much about Undertale.
There's a golden snitch. If you're a snake, you should eat that.
That, first of all, that's an owl.
No, the flying bomb. That looks like a golden snitch.
That's just a bomb. It doesn't look golden at all.
It's flying.
Jump up and get it.
That's what it means.
Sir Watts wants to be in the Smash Brothers tournament as Pikachu, but little does he know that's my guy.
Yeah, you'd have to pick somebody else. You have to pick your
I'm
nose.
Pikachu with the goggles on, so you can be like Pikachu
I'm
with the...
always Pikachu.
You can be Pikachu with the
I am
wizard
always the race car. Oh wait, sorry.
See, Dan Rock would be
Monopoly
Mega Man.
flashbacks.
Lucy would be a princess or something dumb.
hat. She would be a red flapper.
Samus?
Well, that was dumb.
Wait, no.
Samus or Zero Suit Samus? Because they play very differently.
Let's see, what she could be Sheik.
Oh, she already is she.
Oh, I see you, rascal. Hope you're listening, Lucy.
I doubt that.
See, I would be probably Captain Falcon. Or, if we're going with my traditional characters. Or if I wanted to win, I would either be Charizard or one of the Zelda characters.
I don't even know who to choose because I haven't played in the last like 4 of them.
But we all know who's gonna win. Dan Rock.
Probably. If Dan can make it here from Idaho. There we go.
If he's not, it'll probably be Jeff.
Normal Samus.
We'll have to handicap them.
Sir Watts will now be Mr. Game & Watch.
You can flip bacon at us.
I'll be oh dang it, Robbie the Robot or whatever it is.
Robbie the Robot. You mean
Rob.
the guy from the 50s movie?
No, what's the little
Rob.
It's Rob. It's just Rob.
Rob. So, sorry. Yeah, Rob. Actually, he's a pretty good character. The last time I played him.
I'll be Shulk or Cloud.
No, you won't.
Meta Knight.
I never met a knight I didn't like.
That's not true. You've met several that you made out with. I mean, that you
I'm sorry.
didn't like.
Yeah, but those were different.
I never met a knight I didn't like.
that was pretty awesome.
So guys, Link's Awakening.
Listen, you got off the subject. I was talking about A Link to the Past.
Talk about Switcher.
Listen, I'm all for style. When I was in college and trying to get into animation, they're like, get rid of your style, it sucks. Well, not just mine, but any style. They said you have to draw exactly the same as everybody else.
No one likes your style.
And a ton of the best animators I've noticed who were in there, the best drawers, left because they wanted to do their own style. And they're not doing animation now, they're doing comic books and illustration. And they have very distinct styles. because style is a very important thing. You know, if you want to just copy Disney, that's fine. Do that. But there are other alternatives to it.
Oh, you need to go up
Did I
and
get a
kill
nerf?
that little.
I can't do it though because
How you can get it from?
And you relate it to video games. Okay, you have the 16-bit style, quote unquote, but even in the 16-bit it has its own style.
this is more of an 8-bit style.
Yeah. It's pseudo though with the color and with some of the updates.
I mean, yeah, it's slightly better than an NES game, but not by much.
Yeah. I'll call it 10-bit.
Oh, it's not a thing. You know how bits work.
I don't. So anyway, no, but you think, let's see, what are some other games like that are distinct? Yoshi's Island with the crayon style.
I don't remember
Okay.
what
Can
to
you
do,
jump over
guys.
that?
Mario, Super Mario World has a storybook
jump
style.
it?
Super Mario 3 has a stage play style to it. Everything's supposed to look like it's on a
Oh, you
stage.
need to push that block from the other side. Push it.
Mario
I can't get to the other side without the Pegasus boost.
Mario 2 has a very
I'm
distinct
just trying to
storybook
remember the
style
Pegasus
to it as
boosts
well.
are.
You could have used that heart.
And it's very different from the other games too.
I'd
Like,
probably lose more than one heart getting to that heart, though.
am I right here? Speaking of games, but like Mario 2, it's very different from the one before it and the one afterwards. But people still love it because I still like it because it's different from the other ones. It's not my favorite of the Marios, but I love to
like-
go back and play it because it's slightly different.
Like that
playing it
article
last
you posted the other day, and it was discussing Chrono Cross. Chrono Cross, a lot of people don't like because it's.
Oh, that's
as
a
a
terrible
se-
ending.
Because it's
well-
not Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, it's because it's a sequel to Chrono Trigger. If they had changed the name of that game to anything else, people would have loved it.
What about Yoshi's Woolly World?
Haven't
those
played
are
it, but I
Pegasus
assume. But I'm glad they did it. And Yoshi's Epic Yarn and
It's Kirby's Epic Yarn.
Kirby's Epic Yarn. I'm
There's
glad they
another
did.
one.
They experiment with
Oh,
different things like
that's
that
right, I've
and
gotta
don't
kill
make it
some-
all exactly the same.
Got to get rid of the dongos. They just like smoke.
Have you guys?
And even Super Mario Sunshine, we make fun of that, but it's different from the other games. They tried something else.
That's what Nintendo does, though, is they
And-
try different things.
Luigi's Mansion is another one that's or is it Mansion or
It's-
Haunted House?
Luigi's Mansion.
Luigi's Mansion. Okay, yeah, can't remember.
It's a
But
haunted
that
house.
that is one of my favorite GameCube games, and it's like nothing else.
By the way, I'm fighting some dongos here, or some.
And that's an argument I've had with other people
Oh,
about
that's how you
Nintendo
get-
versus Sony and Xbox.
You gotta throw
they're
bombs
like,
into these guys.
they're like, what do you like? And I'm like, I like Nintendo. They're like, why? It's all like kid stuff. And I'm like, that's why I like it because, well, for one thing, I like kids' cartoons and drawings and children's books and things like that. But another reason is because it looks illustrated and drawn as opposed to just being a ton of polygons.
By the way, Sir Watts is saying that that's why he likes Adventure of Link. It's different.
Yeah. And that's fine. I want to beat that game, but it's too difficult for me.
And Ivy's calling those bombongos instead of dodongos because it's slightly different. Anyway,
You
I got the
Pegasus boots. Now you can go quicker.
My gosh! Okay, so Pegasus Boots lets you run quick, and you can break these little things. What a weird object! There must be some way to tackle this obstacle.
If only.
Use your head, Link.
I can't wait to dong some bobongos.
Excuse me?
That line came from Sir Watts. Do not blame me.
Oh my goodness, I'm glad my nephews are asleep.
Yeah, now we can play Police Quest.
That's right.
We'll get into hardcore games like Police Quest.
That's what you can do.
Thunk.
There's a fancy Dan.
Now there's a Fornsey Dorn.
That's
There's a Michael Dorn.
I knew that was coming. Anyway, we got the Nightmare Key. Ah!
And
Whatever. That's where I
Skeletors.
wanted to be anyway.
Skelly.
Oh my gosh.
Is that where you wanted to be too?
No. No, it is not.
But Minecraft has its own distinct style that is
Yeah.
different. It's polygonal, but it owns that and is like, this is what we're about. You know, we don't want it to look perfect. We want it to be
Screw you,
square.
You think you're different.
And Terraria is a similar thing to Minecraft, but it's more of a side scroller.
You know,
and
Terraria-
it also looks 16-bit.
Terraria is something else that Madeline was obsessed with for a minute.
Yeah,
I don't know if she's still doing it since Undertale has now taken most of her attention. I'm going to speculate and say
No.
maybe. Not much of a speculation, really. At least we got our music back. Anyway, so Link's Awakening, huh?
We're talking about it. The Golden Snitch, and that was Alphos Stalfos.
Wait, get off of me! No, this is just a Stalfos.
It's a Wiz Stalfos.
First Bombos, then
Then Badongos.
Bull's voice.
First Iraq, then Iran.
First Iraq was nice, and I ran.
Wait, what?
I'd be saying that
Dongs and
Maddie's
Babongos.
done with Terraria. She's still doing Undertale.
Nice.
She's on her Undertale phase, I guess.
Well, that's one I want to look up because it's got a cool old style to it.
Need a
It's
key
simple.
to get to that other.
It's one reason, Jeffrey,
got
if you're
two, but I
talking
need
about
3.
this, why do you like the old Atari games? One is nostalgia, but what's the other reason?
Because
They actually have good gameplay.
well, they don't have good story.
No, they're simple, right?
They're simple. They're fun. Here's the thing about Atari games though that I enjoy, other than nostalgia reasons. Casual games these days basically are those old Atari games just redone with better graphics.
Right.
Like that.
If old 16 and these old games were no good, the 8-bits and 16-bit games, there would be no market for Android games or anything like that, because that's basically what 90% of them are.
Like Bump-Em-Ov's Dogs would be a great, stupid,
It is great and stupid.
it'd be a goofy casual game you could play with your friends on their phones.
Because everybody's doing that these days.
Stop it. I still never got the map.
It's the map, it's the map, it's the map.
I think I know where it is, though.
Probably
He
behind
knows,
that
he thinks
locked
he knows, he
thing.
thinks he knows, he thinks he
No,
knows.
it is. Hold on,
Where the
let me-
map is.
Bruce Lee, for example, it says, Ivy, would be
Demon Attack.
Demon Attack. That has
But I love Demon Attack because it's got this really goofy, stylized
Are you wearing your in-law
demon
shirt
at the
today?
end. I'm not wearing it today. I'm wearing a Batman shirt
Oh, that's right.
with a cape, which you can't see because I'm sitting down. I'll
Right.
show it when I get up. But anyway, yeah, because
I think that's the map.
it's like a stupid squarish thing. That's why I like square castles, because if you can represent something using the simplest thing possible, you do it with a cool style.
200 rupees, wow. I still have no idea where the map is, but I got 200 rupees, so I'm ecstatic.
But it doesn't just have to be simple. Like when people experiment with new games and create something new, that's why, they have these revolutions in gaming every few years. Like,
No, Ivy wants to see Bruce Lee on Android. That's... By which she means the game, not just, watch Enter the Dragon or something.
she can get an emulator for
can
the
do both.
Atari.
Actually, you probably could get an Android Atari emulator.
I'm pretty sure they exist.
I know they exist, I'm just, because I had one back on my tablet before it got stolen.
Get an Intellivision emulator. Everybody
But
loves it.
it's not a native Android game, it's not quite the same.
Yeah.
Alright, now we can go to...
Just go watch our video over and over.
Ooh! Oh, I'm racist because I made that noise.
You are pretty racist.
Well, yes.
Well, let's think of some other games that
By the way,
that were
Jump.
different.
just to clarify, Shrouded Stalfos is the Stalfos with the hood. From earlier.
Oh, here's another thing. Okay, here's another thing. One reason I like the simple games is because, yes, you can date them to a certain era, right?
If you
but
wish.
they're not as... Shut up. But they're not as dated as other games from a certain era. Like, you look at the 90s when everything was
FMVs.
transferring over.
Yeah.
Yeah, FMVs. You look at, let's say, Myst. Okay, Myst was phenomenal for its time, but you
Myst
look
is
at it,
pretty dated.
and
That's true.
it looks hyper realistic for a time, but it doesn't look hyper realistic now. But you look at this, it was never meant to look hyper realistic. It was meant to look stylized like a storybook, and so it is timeless.
Well, I don't know if it was meant to look like this. This was like the best, Why do I have a key?
I want to say this is a happy accident that these were so
Neener,
timeless.
neener, you can't
I mean-
find me. Nah, nah. Yes, that was a Piranha Plant.
Yeah, but they could have tried for different styles,
Well, no,
but
they
still,
really-
they had a sense of
Ah!
what looks good.
The thing is they couldn't. If you understand the
Yes, you could try for a different style. Maybe not better graphics, a different style.
Yeah, it's called Donkey Kong Country.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, but that
You could have tried to make it look like Star Fox or something like that.
well, yeah. After this, when they had more, but what I'm saying is in the NES
Or like some of the
era-
early Star Wars shooters.
Guys, I'm
from
fighting
arcade.
a boss.
I know,
I know,
and we're
that's an
talking.
awesome-
It's a giant eyeball that transforms into other
Two
things.
giant
I'm
eyeballs.
trying to
I'm
ignore
afraid.
what that looked like for a little while.
trying to split eyeballs in half, and you're
right.
like, and then your style of your eyeball.
You're always telling me I don't say enough things.
No, I like the banter. I'm just like, when we're fighting the boss, you're still going.
Ooh, look, you are
Because
fighting
I'll
your
lose
boss.
my train of thought, you'll start talking about idiot stuff.
I just
Look at
imagine
Bell.
some guy coming across this on YouTube like, oh, this nice Link's Awakening. I wonder what comments they have on this game.
Style.